it's Belle. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the quarter year crisis tag, I think it's called. I saw Books and Jams recent video where she did it, and she even tagged everybody that did the booktubers recommend video. And question one is, how many books have you read so far? My Goodreads said I've read 72 so far. I can't believe it's already April and well into April. Time really does fly. And question two, have you already found a book you think might be a 2022 favorite? Like, I love the books I read so much. So I just went with like series for this one. I recently finished The Keeper of the Lost Cities, the first book, and if they continue this way, it will be a top all-time favorite series because it is just so good. And then the Tristan Strong trilogy, it's a top favorite now. I absolutely loved that trilogy so much. So good. By Kwame, Mbalia, and then Keeper of the Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger. 3, any 1-star books or least favorite of the year? I don't rate below 4 stars. I rate them 4 and 5 star. I never wanted to rate one below a 4 star anyway, but it's just something personal I do. I don't even want to get into that. But, and I've only ever DNF'd like 2 or 3. So I would have to go with just the few that haven't been favorites, but I still love them. so there would be The Ash House by Angharad Walker, Sleepwalkers by Izzi, Breigh, and then Munchkins by Candice. I loved all of them, absolutely loved them, but there was something about them that made them not favorites for me. Ash House and Sleepwalkers, it was the ending. Ash House, it was just part about the ending I didn't enjoy, and then Sleepwalkers, it left you without any, like, it wasn't a satisfying ending, and I need that sequel so I can be happy about it again. I don't know how to explain it without spoiling it. And then the Munchkins, I love the story, I love the writing, it was dark, and I loved, it's just such a unique, creative idea, and the writing was phenomenal. It's just, I was mad the whole book. There was never any hope or, like, you know, like a kernel of something that made it like it wasn't just like a bad guy's victory story. I don't know how to explain it, but hopefully the next book will be a little more uplifting. But I still loved it. So, and number 4, what most read genre so far? And it looked like fantasy, which makes sense. Fantasy, historical fiction, steampunk, mystery, detective style, and spooky middle grade. That's like my favorite. And a book that surprised you? And they're both contemporary, which is surprising. I guess that's the first one was Lemon Drop Falls by Heather Clark, and then A Song Called Home by Sara Zarr. And they surprised me. Like Lemon Drop Falls, I didn't really know one of the things in it and how it would connect to me and like my husband and like all of that and the connection I felt with that. And then A Song Called Home with the connection I felt with that and the main character's issues with her dad. So that was really surprising to me, and I really love those books, even though they were hard for me to read in some ways. Not hard for me, but emotional for me to read in some ways, I guess is a better way to say it. I don't know. But I love them. And then a book that's come out in 2022 already that you want to read but haven't yet. And I'd have to say A Thunder of Monsters by S.A. Patrick. It's the 3rd book in the Songs of Magic series. I think this is the 3rd and final book. And that is a top favorite series. And I will be reading it soon, but I'm so sad that it's going to be over. But I'm so looking forward to going back into that world and those amazing characters. Those 3. And then one goal that you made that you've succeeded at, and that's starting larger series, starting trilogies or series period, and catching up on series. So like it was 4 Books and Pages and Co. I started that, read it and finished it. I started Tristan Strong, finished it. I'm finally starting Keepers of the Lost series. I'm almost through with the 2nd book now. I've been catching up on series. I've always been good about keeping caught up with series because it gives me like a nervous tick even thinking about not finishing a series. but I've been doing really great at that. And then one goal you made that you need to focus on was to read more middle grade classics. I read Pollyanna so far this year, and that's it. I have Heidi up next that I want to read, so I want to get better than that since I've only read one so far for this year. And then new to you, booktubers, bookstagrammers, book talkers for 2022 you recommend. I don't watch Book Talk. I only get on there and like search for some things like that I think would be funnier. And then I get lost in a hole, down a rabbit hole, but I don't watch any book talkers. I don't have any new bookstagrammers. The ones I have, they've been forever that I love. And same with BookTube. There aren't any new ones except for one new one this year. And it's Bookish Realm. I think she's a librarian too, so she has that. She reads a whole bunch of different things. She's really into graphic novels, and she has middle grade. Like, she reads all sorts of things, and she does just some incredible videos. And I'm really happy I've got someone, I think, tagged me in or sent me a thing about one of her videos, and she's just a really great booktuber. So I think that's the only new one that I've started watching this year. But some of the favorites for middle grade, Book Like You. She reads a ton of my middle grade, and she just announced a new readathon she's going to be, I think she's co-hosting. It's Bookathon 2022, and it's going to be spooky middle grade, so I'm very excited for that. And then Books and Jams, of course, like I've already mentioned, she's one of the hosts of Middle Grade March, and she does a cool thing. Like, she does a bunch of great videos. I love her vlogs too, and she reads a ton of middle grade, of course. And she has this thing called Shelf Spotlight, which I love. It's just so unique, and I just love it. And the Curly Reader, who's also another host of Middle Grade March, reads a ton of middle grade. And if you have kids and want that viewpoint, like as from a parent, like, because I don't have kids, I can't give that. That's why I don't like recommending age ranges. I don't feel comfortable, since I don't have kids, to tell you what age range is okay. But she has kids of varying ages, and they're just the cutest. She has them on sometimes, and like the girls will share what they've been reading. And she reads a ton of middle grade, like I said, but she reads other things too. She loves historical fiction, which I love too. I used to read, when I read other things, I read a bunch of historical fiction too, other than middle grade historical fiction. And I just love her videos. And then the Wild Book Garden, who out of these is the one I've been following the longest. She's such an amazing channel. She reads a lot of middle grade, but she reads a lot of things too. And she really gets in depth and talks about the books she reads and what she likes, what she doesn't, and just really talks about them. And she's just so sweet too. And so I love her. And then Chantel Reads All Day. She does all types of videos, and she has kids too. And she fosters kids. I think they were going to stop it, but they just brought some kids back that they had fostered before. So you get that side of her life. She homeschools, so she talks about that too. Just a great channel. There's just so much with her channel that you can take away from. She reads a lot of middle grade, but she has a parent perspective too. But she reads a lot of other things too. Oh, and also she's really big into Agatha Christie, if you like that. But it's been about 6 months ago, she started reading the Agatha Christies and doing like a weekend with Agatha. I think that was the readathon. But then she does like these vlogs or something where she tries to see if she can solve the Agatha Christie book, like the mystery in it, before it's revealed. And like, she has like a board where she like writes down what she's thinking, like trying to figure it out, and it's just so fun. And like, these are all people I feel confident in supporting. Like, they seem like really great people. Any interaction I've ever had has been positive, and they're just really sweet. And they all seem, and they're all like parent friendly if you have kids, in my opinion. And they're just really good people. And so only one new and it might have been the end of the year that I added Bookish Realm. I can't even remember, but it's new, so I'm gonna count it. But the rest I've been following for a while. All right. And that's it. This will be a quick video, but it was a video idea and it seemed fun, and I really enjoyed watching Krista do it on Books and Jam. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. And how's your reading year going so far? Are you reading a lot, not reading as much? Let me know some of your answers in the comments, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you would like to subscribe, I would love that if you'd like to. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.